All right, so we got some updates that we need to discuss and cover today. And let's just jump right into it, folks. $30 billion pump. That's how much the largest banks in the U.S. have invested in First Republic Bank. And the First Republic Bank, which was opened in 1985 and has roughly 7,000 employees as of 2022, the bank, which is a commercial bank and provider of wealth management services, saw a major hit this week as its shares dropped drastically for the reason the shares were halted several times on Thursday due to its volatility. 11 banks have come to the rescue of investing $30 billion, and some of these banks are JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo Bank, Citigroup, and Truist. First Republic Bank has been facing a crisis of confidence from both its investors and customers since the drop in its shares, which has led to this intervention. It kind of goes without saying, folks, the banking industry, the banking crisis, the looming risks and possible systemic risks and possible global contagion continuously mount and grow one on top of another, while yet there are countless other reasons to fret currently as we are on the brink of a recession, the cusp of a depression, and many people are seeing disruptions and interruptions in their income. Whereas the government finally agrees to pay a raise, that is, not necessarily the government, our U.S. government, agreeing to pay in bank bailouts. Because, ladies and gentlemen, just a little bit of a heads up, if you are expecting, hoping, praying, waiting for, banking on the U.S. government here to help you, bail you out, well, don't hold your breath. There's a saying, poop in one hand, wish in the other, see which one fills up faster, and you're going to want to wash your hands when you're done. Meanwhile, finally, NHS workers can breathe a sigh of relief after months of striking. Finally, the government and Agenda for Change Union have reached a deal. NHS workers started their strikes mid-December, and the strikes have been ongoing since then as they continued asking for the government for a pay raise. These negotiations were for nurses, paramedics, emergency call handlers, midwives, security guards, and cleaners. In the agreement, the workers will receive a non-consolidated award of 2% on top of the pay increases of at least 4% they received for 2022 to 2023 last year. And the negotiations took 2 weeks to be finalized, but finally both sides are happy with the outcome. This agreement involves more than 1 million NHS staff. You know, strikes suck, but sometimes you got to put your foot down and demand what you want and go get it, make it happen, which, you know, I think that aligns a lot with a lot of people who may not necessarily be in a situation where they can strike to increase their wages and gain access to better income for the services that they provide, the work that they do. However, if that is the case, then by all means, this is how capitalism works. But no, I'm talking about real capitalism, not that fake mumbo jumbo nonsense that Mr. Biden was talking about the other day, right before he bailed out Silicon Valley Bank and now Signature Bank, New York. I'm talking about literally getting up off your butt, going out there and making something happen. Folks, 100% free links down in the description. And if you want to reach out to me directly, by all means, feel free. I am never going to condone or side with or agree with anyone who thinks that being poor is the only option. There are alternatives. There are ways of which you can increase your income, but whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're 100% correct. Now, Credit Suisse sued Switzerland's second biggest bank, has been hit by its first lawsuit from a U.S. investor over its recent financial difficulties. Credit Suisse, which suffered a 30% drop in its share price on Wednesday, has been allegedly sued for defrauding its investors by concealing problems with its finances. But it's not all bad for the bank because it has received a lifeline from Swiss National Bank, which has offered $50 billion to Credit Suisse. So dodge that bullet momentarily, but I don't know how much longer they're going to be able to survive. Which, again, folks, diversity, security, cash flow. We've seen some really, really shady stuff going on here recently, and I think that this is just the opening act. So buckle up, get your popcorn, but try not to get wiped out. Meanwhile, Ethereum Shanghai upgrade. Cryptocurrencies have never been this safe. Now, it says here that Ethereum Shanghai upgrade set for April 12th, and the Ethereum Shanghai hard fork upgrade in March 2023 is designed to see if I can get this screen to act right so I can bring you guys this news update. Is designed to give Ethereum cryptocurrency network users access to their staked Ethereum, ETH, funds for the first time, which is a major change for the platform. Now, this is information that is being shared with you directly from Investopedia.com, dated March 3, 2023. These assets have been allocated towards Ethereum's proof of stake, or POS, beacon chain network backbone. So the move will allow ETH holders to stake the tokens without locking them up indefinitely, perform transaction validations, and receive rewards of newly created tokens. Ethereum is a decentralized global software platform powered by blockchain technology that has been advancing at a steady pace since its launch in 2015. Now, the network is set to change significantly again with the Shanghai upgrade. The Ethereum's cryptocurrency network, so-called Shanghai upgrade, is a hard fork slated to launch this month, March 2023. And it is important to understand the history of recent events at Ethereum before diving into the Shanghai upgrade. This major upgrade is, after all, the culmination of what came before. The Ethereum network is designed to be scalable, programmable, secure, and decentralized. It is the blockchain of choice for developers and ventures creating technology based upon it to change how many industries operate and how we conduct our daily lives. Ethereum started off with a proof of work POW validation mechanism, but began its journey towards POS with the launch of Beacon Chain in December of 2020. This was a new era for Ethereum, with the Beacon Chain coordinating user staking, which is only possible on POS systems. On Ethereum, the contract for Beacon hit its target of 524,288 ETH a week before the launch. Now, folks, if you would like more information on Ethereum, staking, Shanghai upgrade, cryptocurrency, decentralized currencies, other ways of diversifying your investment portfolio, securing your wealth, your savings, a hedge against inflation, and other ways of producing cash flow through my 3 pillars of diversity, security, and cash flow in a time of which it is going to be of the utmost importance as inflation is at record highs. The Fed is continuously looking to raise interest rates to fight inflation, while raising interest rates are likely to cause many millions of Americans to lose their jobs and also have negative impacts and implications on banks, as it makes it more expensive for tech companies and tech startups and other businesses to borrow money, as the cost to repay is too great, further enforcing even more layoffs, job cuts, termination, hiring freezes, but also setting up banks to face liquidity risks and crises as withdrawals will mount up to records of multiple billions of dollars in a day being sucked out of the banks, that then the banks don't actually have the money to provide as a result of fractional reserve banking, forcing them to sell off assets and bonds and treasuries in order to be able to satisfy the withdrawal requests that then will force situations like we've seen here recently with Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank, and probably any other bank that starts with the letter S moving on forward. Just a joke, folks. I don't know if the next bank to collapse is going to start with an S. I don't know what it's really going to be called. But for those of you who are interested in diversity, security, cash flow, and quite possibly one of the simplest and easiest ways of producing said cash flow and generating side hustle or passive income streams through these simple and easy techniques of creating YouTube content, then by all means, feel free to reach out and contact me. My information is below. Until next time, you guys take care, be safe. I'll see you real soon.